Yo, Mana Squad, if you like any of the cards you see in today's video, make sure to hit up the affiliate link down below to TCG Player. You can help look up some of your local game stores in the process and help show the channel some love. And you know you got to look good while you play in order to play good. So make sure you hit up our link to Into the AM as well. We have the discount code down in the description below. Look, you got to listen to Kenneth the Heathen. He always says something about dripping in space and screaming. We don't know what it means, but do what the man says. And last but not least, hit up Heavy Play. Heavy Play is going to have some of the nicest playmats and deck boxes out there. Their magnet system between their deck box and dice trays and playmat is amazing, especially if you're playing at like bars, restaurants, stuff like that. You got to get up and move. There is no better way to keep all your stuff together, and you can show the channel some love in the process. Stay petty. Yo, welcome back to One More Mana. My name is Derik, and today I'm jumping right into the top 5 most bruh-worthy cards in Modern Horizons 3. I will admit, it feels like with all the releases this year, I've kind of fallen into a lull, kind of a little bit of a trance, but Modern Horizons 3 has woken me right back up because they're in some insane things happening in this set, and there are so many things that are making me feel some type of way and go on rants at all times of day and night to my cat girlfriend and anyone that will or will not listen. So let's just jump right into this list at number 5, the number 5 most bro-worthy card in this set. And I'm already cheating because it's a bunch of cards. It is the full art medallions. These full art medallions, this is it feels like it's been a while since I've had a financial bruh. This is 100% a financial, bro. These things are too damn pretty. And the thing is, with medallions, I don't have that many monocolored decks. I already have more than enough copies of medallions. I almost feel like when you have like cell phones, you get like a trade-in program. You have them. If you have them for long enough, you can trade it in for the newer model. When they release art this damn pretty for stuff, you should be able to trade in your old medallions for these things. Look, I think I have medallions in like maybe 3 or 4 decks, but I feel like I need to get the whole cycle. It is beautiful. I love them. And it almost reminds me of some of like the profile arts of where I don't need the cards, but I want to see the art. They are just, yeah, first financial bruh, gonna be dropping way too much money on these things. At number 4, the number 4 most bruh-worthy thing in this set, we're gonna jump over to the Eldrazi dragon himself, Harrigast. I'm not great at pronunciations normally, but I feel like Harrigast doesn't sound right. Like I feel like an Eldrazi dragon, Harrigast just sounds like somebody like a dragon that would be working like, I don't know why I got like barista vibes from Harrigast. I don't know. I feel like he's fancy, loves art, definitely like super artsy and knows about it, so kind of like leans a little too hard into it. You know what I'm talking about, Harrigast, but not Eldrazi dragon vibes. Anyway, Harrigast is awesome. And the thing that I have with Harrigast, I guess the thing, my problem with this card is Wizards. Y'all need to chill. We get it. You're really good at designing mono red legends that care about stompy shit, but I can't build anymore. Look, it feels like a test of temptation every set now because I have Feldon. I'm loyal to Feldon. I love Feldon. In every set, there's some new mono red, stompy-ish, token-ish, copy-ish thing that releases where I'm like, what if I just build that? And then I go through the cycle of like, let me build it. Oh wait, it's like 60% of the same cards as Feldon. That's a waste. But what if I just make a new deck and replace Feldon? And then I feel awful. I have to have a conversation with Feldon, let him know I didn't mean it, all that type of stuff. It's a whole mess. And it keeps happening. It's just like, I'm going to end up eventually with a Quiver rant. If y'all haven't seen, I think it was American Horror Story Hotel. Me and my old roommate, shout out to Mike, used to watch American Horror Story Hotel together. And the joke was that like, there were like 7 generic looking white dudes that all looked basically the same in a different font. So we referred to them all as, oh gosh, which was the lead? Matt Bomer. There we go. It was Matt Bomer number like 1 through 7 in the show. That's what my Quiver is going to turn into, except instead of different versions of Matt Bomer, it's different versions of Feldon, and Harrigast is the latest to get added to that list. Now at number 3, the number 3 most bruh-worthy card in this set, this is I'm very positive with these bruhs so far. I promise I've had more insane thoughts, but the next positive bruh is going to be at number 3. We have Sowing Mycospawn. Sowing Mycospawn is just a beautiful, amazing card. I love everything about this, but the things that I love most is lands decks are one of my favorite things across formats in Magic. I think they're just so much fun to play, and honestly, sometimes if built certain ways, fun to play against. The problem with Commander is so many lands decks care more about the quantity of lands rather than quality. They're the landfall, get 30 lands out. Bleh. And with the whole social contract of most Commander, casual Commander, you can't just blow up a bunch of people's lands. So once they get that lead, once they get that value, there's no interacting with it. It just happens and you're stuck with it. Where I would love to see land decks go instead are talking about specific lands, quality lands, tutoring for specific lands. And the thing I love about this is if you're just doing a normal ramp deck, you can ramp turns 2 through 5, end up with like 30 lands on turn 6 and just outvalue everyone. Well, cards like Sowing Mica Spawn, Reap and Sow was basically the same thing as a sorcery. It's less mana efficient, but to tutor for more powerful lands. The good thing about this is it's a little bit slower if you're not using the other land ramp just to get to this, but it also allows for points of interaction. If your game plan is based around trying to get out of Field of the Dead or trying to get out Dark Depths Thespian Stage, or maybe you're really into Maze of Ith, those are single points of interaction that make the game so much more fun than just not being interactable with your 100 lands out. The thing I love about Sowing Mica Spawn is it represents both ends of that spectrum. It gets specific lands and it removes specific lands. I think they're going in that direction after seeing the Simic precon with the everything counters and land names as opposed to just Simic bleh. And I'm really, really hoping that's the direction it goes, because I love lands and I just want to see it be a more interactable deck. And I feel like this is like a small nudge in that direction. Now, the number two most bro-worthy card in this set, look, it's Ulamog the Defiler, which is no surprise that it's on the list, but I'm not mad about just its power level. I'm not mad that, like, bruh, it's gonna hit the table, everyone just does the collective bruh and then figures out if it's gonna remove it or if the player's gone. Look, not so hot take. I think the big baddies in Magic should be OP and obnoxious to play against. I think the Eldrazi Titan should be terrifying to see on a table. I think all the Praetors should be miserable to play against, because flavor-wise, lore-wise, it fits. I think when a random, non-important character is breaking everything, now I'm not the biggest fan, it's ruining fun, it's just a random thing. But when the lore matches that, and the biggest villains in like Magic history are also miserable to play against, it's just a huge flavor win, so I'm never going to complain about that unless you're casting it against me. That would be a hypocrite and complain the entire time. Anyway, the thing that this card makes me say bruh about is the fact most times when people go off and do crazy stuff and do scary stuff, they have to do the math. They have to figure everything out. It's on them. If you want to have 7,000 triggers and pop off and take a 20-minute turn, I'm going to sit back, relax, maybe I'll go get a snack, and your brain has to hurt at the end. With Ulamog, you're putting the onus on the other player. When it enters, that player that you are pointing to and saying F you kindly, they have to count what is exactly half of their deck and sit there and count how many cards they have to exile. They have to sit there and go through every card one by one, figure out what the mana values are. You're putting the onus on the person being screwed over, which is the just douchiest thing possible. It fits into what Ulamog should be and scary and whatever, but bruh, why are you gonna kill me and make me do math? That's just, it's not okay. And number one, the number one most bro-worthy card in this list, look, it's no surprise. It's Nadu. And everybody's probably like, oh, of course, there's been, I haven't been paying too much attention to the discourse, but like, Nadu is Simic. It feels like they don't want Simic to do well anymore. Like, if you look at this card, it only triggers twice per turn. How are you supposed to have a never-ending Simic value engine if it can end? That's not fair. It puts lands in the battlefield untapped, but it doesn't put your creatures and other things. Like, why, for just barely playing Magic, should you not be able to cheat all your Eldrazi Titans into play? That doesn't seem fair. It's only a 3/4 for 3. What if someone uses 2 lightning bolts against it? No coming back from that. It doesn't have ward. They didn't give it hexproof. It doesn't have any sort of win the game trigger on cast. Do they want Simic to like just suck now? Like, bruh, if they hated Simic, they should just say so and stop trying to be subtle about it. That's gonna do it for this week's video. I really hope y'all enjoyed it. Yeah, this set it's a lot. I think it's gonna be very fun. I think there's crazy powerful cards, but I'm hoping they're fun to play against. We will see in the coming weeks and months how I feel about it. Ask me again in about 6 months if I'm this excited about Modern Horizons 3 still, but we will see. Let me know in the comments below what cards are making you say bruh from this set. What cards are you dreading? What cards are you excited about? And do you think Nadu is a sign that Simic just doesn't get nice things anymore? Either way, I hope y'all are enjoying Modern Horizons 3. And until next time, stay petty.